Hey, what's up everybody? This is Norm. Today on this video, I'm going to take you through and talk to you about how we think through positioning our properties on new construction when we build them. So how do we underwrite those things, and what are we thinking about on the back end when it comes to dispositioning those properties as well. So this particular property piece that is behind me here is a property that we bought to build 3 new construction homes on. And when we were looking at this deal, we were underwriting this in 3 different ways. There's 3 different ways that we looked at doing this property. Now, the first thing that we do anytime that we do this is we try to understand what kind of optionality we can actually have when it's associated with these properties. So this particular lot that we bought has you can see it behind me here, but has an unobstructed view of Pilot Mountain right behind me, which is a very popular place for people to go and hike. They get over 1 million visitors a year, and just has a beautiful view, right? So that's something that's important, or at least important to us when we're trying to make a decision on where we want to actually do projects at. That view adds value and gives us more optionality. Now, another thing that we liked about this is that right behind me is actually downtown Pilot Mountain. So downtown, it's a short walk to downtown. People can walk down and get their coffee. They can go to some of the restaurants and bars that are down in that area. So it's very walkable for us, which was another thing that we thought was important when we were making this decision and trying to underwrite this deal. So we underwrite these things in 3 separate ways, or we look to disposition these in 3 potential separate ways. Because of the location, we can actually run these things as short-term rentals. So we'll go to places like AirDNA, and we will do diligence on what we think we can generate as far as short-term rental income for these properties. Then the second thing that we do is we look at how these would operate as a long-term rental. So are these potential long-term rentals as well? If they have good long-term rental numbers and good short-term rental numbers, then that gives us lots of optionality on the backside of these. Then finally, we look at sales price. So what can we sell these things for? Our actual primary goal is to sell these properties. So the intention of disposition with these properties is to sell them into the market. So we underwrite what we think we can get for a sales price out of this thing. We put together all of our construction budget, really try to get some different quoting from all of our different subs and different contractors to have a pretty doggone good idea of what it's going to cost to actually build these properties and bring them to market. And then the primary goal is to go ahead and sell these things. So make a profit on the sale of the properties themselves. Now, we never just decide to build to sell. We always have a secondary disposition option associated with these. These particular properties, because of their great location, because we have that mountain view, we have 1 million visitors that come to Pilot Mountain every year, and because we have that short walk to downtown, it makes these particular properties great potential short-term rentals. And vacation rentals are really our primary business that we run. So if, for whatever reason, we weren't able to sell these, our secondary and our backup would be to disposition these through short-term rentals, and they underwrite very, very well. These things would cash flow quite well on the backside of this if we decided that it made more sense to actually keep these things as short-term rentals. Now, the third and final option that we have associated with these properties is long-term rentals. So will they underwrite as long-term rentals? These are 3-bed, 2-baths that we build. If we did a cash out refi on these, our mortgages would be about $1,900. we would relatively easily in this area be able to rent these for $2,100 to $2,500 a month as new construction 3-bed, 2-bath properties. So we have the option to actually rent these, to long-term rent these as well. We have the optionality that we need on 3 sides in order to feel good about moving forward with that construction project. So that is how we think through this. Anytime we're trying to do a new construction project or even a flip, right? We try to find places that give us optionality for disposition, because the optionality associated with that disposition gives you lots of flexibility and gives you lots of room for error and opportunity to be able to make up for any potential mistakes that you may have. So appreciate you guys following me. Give us a subscription, go ahead and follow us, and later on I'll be giving you more information just about the numbers associated with these properties and what it really took to make this particular project happen and all of our different projects that we do. Give us a subscribe, like this video, give us a comment, and I will talk to you soon.